Welcome back. It's 9:22.
Okay, multi-city exhibition, right? Coming to the Shell Gallery, the Cary Saurage Community Arts Center. Great Reunion, that's what it's called. Explores the migration of African Americans from the Mississippi River, right, up to the Midwest. How it kind of shaped the history, how it shaped the culture, multiple generations to come.
That explains a multi-city exhibit.
Right.
So this Baton Rouge exhibit, it's going to highlight many featured local artists from Brandon Lewis to Bryson Butte. In fact, joining us this morning is artist in residence Mike Weary. Mike, it's great to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
This exhibit is remarkable. Multi-cities explaining a story that's
Yes.
told over decades of time.
Decades, several generations. It's just to give a bit more context. Over 6 million Black Americans migrated from the South between 1922 to around 1970 officially, but it's kind of still going on today. Pushed out by racial segregation, no opportunities, and being pulled into these other metropolises, growing metropolises like Chicago, who's being featured in our inaugural year.
Okay, so
Yes.
because we were going to ask, obviously there's so many different areas or cities,
Yeah.
regions that you could focus on.
We're
That may
focusing
come,
on
but
each one.
now it is, the first one's Chicago.
The first one's Chicago,
Boy, we
and
started
each
big.
year we're going to go, and I'll pick Chicago because it's one of my favorite
There you go.
cities,
Yeah.
for sure, but there's a lot of direct roots. For instance, the guest gallery that we're bringing down, Gallery Guichard, owners Andre Guichard and Francis Guichard, who also goes by Marlene Campbell as an artist. They have an exhibition and a gallery all centered around the Great Migration. Andre's family is from Louisiana. They migrated to, his grandparents migrated to Chicago and were jazz musicians.
Wow.
So a lot of the influences from Louisiana sprouts out across the country. And one of the main purposes for this exhibition is to have that interconnectability between all of the cities and have people really understand that outside of just saying, hey, my cousin's from New York, or
Right.
if you're from New York or Chicago, hey, I got a cousin in Louisiana, is that you're way more connected than you think, and it's very purposeful. And to have those reunions as opposed to just always talking about the migration, families separating.
Right.
And it came from personal experiences, being a Katrina kid, and my family splitting up and gone all over the place, and being at this point now as an older individual, 20 years past since Katrina, and trying to reconnect with everyone. And it's difficult, and that's a part of that story between not only just Black Americans, obviously Latino Americans right now, and everyone else across the country that have to move for all these different reasons, not built upon themselves. How do you reconnect after that? You know, you have to preserve your culture, you have to preserve you know, resources and all these different things, and how do we bring those together and have those conversations?
The stories.
As a father, what's it been like to find parts and pieces of these stories?
As a father, it's been kind of an emotional ride. It really started as I guess it sparked when we had our children. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and trying to explain to them what our legacy is here in Louisiana, and as we travel, trying to explain the legacies of Black folks throughout the country, and how Louisiana is such a cultural hub, and having them understand. You know, we're talking about Mardi Gras recently, and I'm like, look, everybody does Mardi Gras, but that's really because of Louisiana. Like, it started here. Like, be proud of where you're from. If you're from Baton Rouge, be proud of the blues tradition. Be proud of jigging, all that stuff, everything, and be proud of it, and trying to keep people here, because Louisiana we're probably the worst state with losing a lot of our residents.
Yeah, the brain drain is real here.
Yeah, so it's like trying to keep people here.
Tell the stories. This is just the first part of this. This is, again, this is the inaugural. So let's remind folks, where can we go to get more information on this, get tickets? Where should we be headed?
You should be headed to artsbr.org. That's our website to find out more information about the Great Reunion. The exhibition is going on from January 19th through February 21st, so all of Black History Month. And then our reception, which is free for the public, is going to be on February 19th.
There you go.
And also, we have our Legacy Sessions, which is on February 18th, the Wednesday before the reception, which features a musician from New Orleans whose family also migrated to
up north.
Up north.
So info
part
on
of
the
Preservation
website?
Hall, and all that's on the website.
There you go.
Perfect. Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge, Black History Month. Go check it out. We'll be right back.